A viewer wanted to know, how long is too long to message before you meet up? Will someone lose interest? Well, that question is pretty much answered because you can't meet up. So you've got to message longer. And you've got to figure out a way to get to know this person. And listen, forget about them losing interest. If they lose interest because you're talking back and forth via the app, well, you don't want them anyway. Because what are you going to do? You can't meet up. We're all under quarantine, so it's pretty much impossible. So this is what I would do. Use this as an opportunity to get to know this person and find out whether you want to meet up with them when this sheltering in place is all finished. Not whether they want to meet you, because of course they do. Whether you want to meet them. So ask them questions, and don't ever worry about asking too many questions because you want to get to know them. It's not interrogation when you're messaging. And no question is a dumb question. And here's the key. If they don't ask you questions, if they go on and on about themselves and don't ask you anything in return, well, that's a dead giveaway. No, you don't want to meet up with them. So this is a great opportunity to find out whether this is a selfish, self-centered person who you want nothing to do with, or if they're caring and kind. If they're caring and kind and care about getting to know you, they will ask you as many questions as you ask them. That is the key. And if they don't, cut off contact. Don't waste your time anymore. Move on. I would say some of the questions you want to ask are about their background, their upbringing. Not because you're gossipy or want to know what kind of family they come from or their economic background. No, because their background, their childhood, is definitely an indication of how they are now. Not in a good or bad way. I'm just saying it shapes you. So if they had a really tough childhood and now they're a really hard worker and caring and sensitive, okay, that's a really good sign. Or maybe their childhood was really sheltered and they wanted for nothing, but yet they still have that work ethic and they seem to want to get to know you and care about you, and they're not superficial, and they want to have deep conversations. Again, a good thing. So you could ask them where they grew up, about their last job, or where they went to school. I mean, and nothing is off limits in that you could ask them, oh, did you have to take 4 years of foreign language? So did I. I flunked German. It was horrible. Go on and on. See, the more you ask, the more that you realize you have in common, and find out about their successes and their failures. And then you'll realize, oh yeah, that happened to me too. Again, bonding. I mean, if all you do is find out what their favorite color is or the latest movie that they saw, who cares? Who cares? I mean, yeah, that's a way to break the ice. But you really want to try to delve deep. And I'm not saying you have to ask personal questions about previous relationships. That's not the time or the place right now. But spend this time dealing with the fact that you have to communicate via message to with this person, and you don't want to waste any more time if you find out that this person is self-centered. And you will find that out very, very quickly. Because you'll ask a question, and they'll go on and on and on, about themselves, but then they won't reciprocate. They won't ask you. They'll just continue to go on and on about themselves. No. Gone. This person is gone out of your life right now. Don't waste any more time. Find somebody else. So my point is, this is a really good opportunity to get to know people. It will improve your communication skills. You'll get to know people without having to read their body language. And that is a useful skill down the road. So don't feel like, oh, I'm wasting my time. I can't ever get to know somebody, so I'm not going to waste my time even communicating with anyone. That is the wrong attitude. We're all going to get through this trying time together. And speaking of that, like I tell my son and my husband, this is like an alternate reality. I just feel like you drive, to the grocery store and the roads are empty. And it's just completely different. Last week I went to Sam's, and the nice man, I get there really early so that I'm the first one, so that the carts haven't been used for 8 hours. And yet the nice man that looks at the cards, that takes the cards, make sure you're a member, he comes over to me really close and wipes the handle of the card. I was like, no, I didn't say anything. I should have said anything. I should have said something. I should have said, please, we gotta stay 6 feet apart. But this was last week, and I know things changed hour by hour. So I get there today, I couldn't even get in because there were lines snaked out almost to the gas pumps. And then I went to the grocery store, the regular grocery store, and usually people are chatting, but people weren't. People were kind of laser focused on just getting their groceries and getting out, and I understand that. But you can still talk, even though you're 6 feet away. We can still communicate with each other. This is a new reality, but it won't last forever. You guys, be safe.